Alright gang, a lot of people have been talking about the new YouTube Rewind. This video is historic, and it is historic because it is the most hated video, the most thumbs down, the most disliked video in the entire history of YouTube, replacing Justin Bieber's Baby, which took like 10 years to accumulate all the dislikes. This one did it in a couple of days. Now, a lot of people have been asking, how much money did YouTube spend on this? And why would they spend so much money, resources, producing something that everyone seems to hate? Well, there is an answer, and some people these days, they're starting to pick up on that answer, but a lot of people are into this certain old belief system. From the time that we're young, our whole lives, we're told that corporations are just existing to make money, and all they care about is the profit. Well, especially the past few years, it's become more and more obvious that that's not the case. That to corporations, profit and money is very secondary. If they make money and make a profit, well, that's just a bonus. That's just icing on the cake. Now, people are going like, Travis, what are you talking about? Of course corporations exist to make money. Well, look at the new YouTube Rewind, the most hated video ever. And they knew what they were doing. This is not something that they were spending money to try and please YouTube fans. They knew exactly what they're doing. This YouTube Rewind, and there's a lot of other examples you can point out from different companies, this YouTube Rewind is just further evidence that corporations don't care as much as you think about making money. That's not really their agenda. That's not what they care about. What they care about is control and influencing people, influencing the thoughts, the actions of people. That's what they're ultimately care about, controlling. And think about it. Look at what this video contained. It's a lot of political stuff, pushing an agenda, and this is an agenda that the average person doesn't want. There's almost kind of an initial gut reaction, somewhat instinctual, that makes the average normal American want to push it away. They don't like that, but they're going to keep forcing it on you anyways. They don't care about money, and you're going like, Travis, what are you talking about? These people need money. That's all they want out of the younger generations and such. Wrong. The people at the top, and what we're really talking about here is major corporations. And when you're talking about the largest corporations in the world, these are all owned by a very small amount of people, probably less than 500 or less than 1,000 people, and they're all pushing these agendas. Those people at the top, they have enough money. Money to them is a limitless resource. And if they ever need more money, well, they can just print it. And you see people like Susan, the CEO of YouTube, whatever her last name is, Tim Cook from Apple. These people do not own the company. They don't even really run the company. They're just figureheads. They're spokespeople. The people that own the companies, that's what they're pushing for. Control is as old as humankind. There's always some people out there that want to control other people. Probably not you, not me. The average normal person, they're not power hungry and seeking to control others, but this is what they want, and you see it when you look at their actions. Money to them is very secondary. It's about controlling the narrative. Look at YouTube. YouTube doesn't release its financials, but most people believe it doesn't make a profit. In fact, it loses millions of dollars every single year. Well, if that's the case, why does Google keep pouring money into YouTube and keep investing in it when they lose millions and millions every single year? Well, they want to hold on to that monopoly. They want to keep controlling the information because right now they basically have a monopoly over all internet video. And anytime a slight competitor starts to come along, they try and crush it. Look at BitChute. They don't want to even show it in their Google search results. If you search videos on Google, they will not show you anything from BitChute. They're totally anti-competition. They want to hang on to that control and keep the narrative, keep the information controlling what you see and what you're allowed to say and do. So step number one, recognize that this is what's going on. And once you understand that they don't really care about money, money's nice, but that's not their ultimate goal, then you can start to change things. The problem is this is not something that there's an easy solution to because you do have a lot of corporations, for example, Amazon. they hook us with their cheap prices and their convenience. And once they get big enough to where they're basically a monopoly, it's almost like we can't quit using them. Even me, I have to post this on YouTube because if I only post it on an alternative source, it's not going to have the same kind of reach. It's not going to reach as many of you. So they get it set up so they have it so big and we're hooked on it. But step number one, recognize it. And step number two, one of the best things you can do, and like I said, it's not an easy solution, but start trying to use alternatives. In terms of internet stuff, you need a search engine, use DuckDuckGo. You need a browser, try Epic Privacy Browser, try Tor, and if you want alternative video stores, try BitChute, try Gab instead of Twitter. And in terms of physical stuff, and I know how it is because I like to save money, but I've come to the conclusion that rather than go to the cheapest store, whether that's Target or Walmart or whatever, sometimes it's best just to maybe spend a few extra dollars and go to some mom and pop store. And I used to think people were kind of crazy when they'd say, oh, support mom and pop stores, don't go to the Walmart. But as time goes on, I'm seeing the importance, and there's no easy solution to this. One person can't totally change society, but first of all, recognize it and make sure others understand this, and then try and use alternatives to these major corporations. So just keep that in mind, guys. We got a lot of other videos for you to watch on this channel. So enjoy yourself while you're here. And when you're not on the internet, make sure to have fun living in the real world instead of just this virtual reality world that too many people get stuck into. So enjoy time with your families, especially as Christmas and New Year's are coming up.